Good evening, Guardians. It's that time. Xur is in the tower. There is the mark of the 9 and the flowers, and I can tell you, look down there. He is down in the Hall of Guardians by the look of it, and because he's over on... all that stuff's over on the right, I'd say he's all the way down the bottom behind Ikora Ray, and let's see. Here he is. What's he got for us this week? He has the Legacy Engram. Obviously, that decrypts at a maximum of 170 light. It is a year 1 boot armor item, so you're not going to get any Warlock stuff out of that. Only things like Radiant Dance Machines, you might get a Bones, Mark 44 Standasides, Peregrine Greaves, those sorts of things. We've got the Glass House at a pretty darn good roll, I might say. At 110 out of 111, this Glass House is almost a perfect stat roll. It is 1 point short of perfect stats, and I would say grab it if you don't have it. Now, Invigoration, you gain bonus melee energy on orb pickups. Ashes to assets, you get super energy on grenade kills, any grenade kills, with or heavy lifting. This one gives it only in PvE, not in the Crucible. Super energy from heavy weapon kills. The Bathed in Light exotic perk for the Glass House gives you blessing and weapons. They last longer. Essentially, it is Bastion for the Defender class. And Shinobu's Vow, I happen to be wearing that right now on my Hunter, interestingly enough. At an 89 out of 99, not really the greatest in terms of 12 tier rolls. Shinobu's Vow is handy if you're running your Blade Dancer with your skip grenades. It gives you better skip grenades, it's improved them, and you also get an additional skip grenade charge. Doesn't seem to work too well for me, but it works well for other people who kill me constantly. We've got an, well, it says increase intellect there, but you can see clearly a pure discipline roll, but you can increase intellect on top of this 72 here. We've got Fastball, which gives you the ability to throw your grenade further. Momentum Transfer gives you bonus melee energy when the grenade hits. Hand Cannon Loader increases the reload speed of hand cannons or shotguns. So that's this week's Shinobu's Vow. If you don't have it, I'd recommend picking it up for your Hunter, but it's not the best of rolls. If you've already got one, don't pick it up because it's got a better roll, because it's unlikely to be the case. The Ram for the Warlock class, this one's not too bad either at a 107. Not great, but pretty good. It's up there. 107 from 111, 4 stat points short of max stats. It's not bad. It's not bad. Now, the Ram is quite handy because the strength of the Ram node here gives you increased armor. And all Voidwalker melees, when you hit melee, it triggers lifesteal on the melee hit. So that means that you can have, well, that lifesteal node on your energy drain melee, excuse me, will trigger every time you melee. So that is really useful. The downside is the energy drain has been nerfed somewhat since the recent update. That said, still not a bad helmet. Personally, I used to run it a lot. Personally, I now run Nothing Manacles more often than anything else if I'm running a Voidwalker, because I really love that grenade. I love having 2 grenades, and I love having Embrace the Void on and getting those grenades back. Now, that's a digression, and I apologize. We've got an intellect and strength roll here. Inverse Shadow, one of my favorite perks for a helmet. Increased super energy gained from killing minions of the darkness. It only works in PvE, not in PvP. Or Second Thoughts, which is the same thing, but only on special weapon kills. And then Infusion. Here are my 2 favorite helmet perks side by side. Replenishes health each time you pick up an Orb of Light. The problem at the moment is Infusion's broken. It only gives you a small amount of health instead of recharging your health, which is what it used to do. They smashed the Hungering Blade perk on the Blade Dancer class on your Hunter. And when they did that, when they nerfed that, they actually nerfed all of the health regen perks across the game. And Infusion, unfortunately, copped one of those nerfs at the same time. They're talking about fixing it, but they haven't yet, as far as I know. The exotic weapon this week is Telesto. Some of my friends will be happy because Telesto is a weapon that they've been looking for some time and haven't been able to get. Now, they can get it. Telesto's a pretty good weapon, especially when you've got Specialist on and or Void Burn, because unplanned reprieve, fusion projectiles attached, they basically, your fusion rifle blast attaches little bombs to them, and then they stick, and after about a second, they explode. Now, when you've got things like airborne, you can stick it on them and jump in the air, and then it does double damage. But this perk over here, Harbinger's Spark, multi-kills with this weapon spawn orbs for your allies. It's a great orb farming method for your teammates, not for you, but for your teammates. And what you can do is hit some low-level adds. You manage to stick one to low-level adds. When the projectiles explode, it kills a bunch of them, and because you've got a multi-kill, you then spawn orbs, which is a great method of farming orbs for your teammates, especially when you've got things like Trickle, for example. If Trickle is a modifier, you can get orbs to help recharge your supers. In the Nightfall, with the new Daybreak modifiers, not going to be such a big deal because Daybreak operates a bit like Mayhem, so you get your super backs really quickly, but still a great tool to use. I really like it, running it into things like that. I never used to run it in year one, but I really like it now. So the Curios this week, we've got Plasma Drive and Void Drive give you the blue and purple trail boosters behind your Sparrows, your rare Sparrows if you upgrade them. We've got Heavy Ammo Synths, 1 for 3 or 3 for 10. This particular method here, 3 for 10, is the best farming method in the game for ranking up. You farm strange coins, you buy as many strange heavy ammo synths from him at 3 for 10, right? Take them to your faction, New Monarchy, Future War Cult, or Dead Orbit, whack on the exotic class item for that faction if you've got it, and hand in heavy ammo synths until you rank up. Switch to your highest light, grab your donation, your rank up reward, and then from there you just keep going until you're 390. Once you're at 390, that's not going to help you at all unless you're farming for particular items like a specific ship, a specific role on a weapon, a particular armor piece, whatever it is. But that's your best method to get you to 390. Once you go past 390, 3 of coins are going to be really your friend, because what you're going to do there is farm for exotic engrams, go to somewhere like the Iron Tomb, and just farm as many exotic engrams as you can. Hand in your lowest item, your lowest level item. So if you've got, say, a helmet, a chest piece, and an armor, a boot piece, exotic engram, and your boots are your lowest item, then you hand in the boot item, you either infuse it or you equip it, and then you hand in your next lowest item, say it's your helmet, and so on and so forth, and that will get you up to 400. For class items, for ghosts, and for artifacts, swing on by Archon's Forge, and that'll level you up. 3 glass needles, you can get 3 glass needles for 3 strange coins, 3 motes of light, and 1 exotic shard, and any exotic armor piece, you can twist Fate, and what it does is it randomizes these nodes, these perks, and gives you random stats as well. Now, one thing to remember is that, say on gauntlets like this, because these gauntlets are related to grenades, you're always going to have grenade-oriented perks, and you will always have discipline. You'll never be able to get an intellect strength roll on a grenade-oriented gauntlet piece because it's for grenades, and discipline is grenade perks. Okay, so bear that in mind, because you can burn through a ton of glass needles while you're trying to track down the perfect roll, and if it doesn't actually match the class, the item that you're using, then you got a big problem. Materials exchange, we've got 2 strange coins for 1 mode of light, or 7 strange coins for an exotic shard. There are better methods than this, and I've explained it in other videos, but basically the exotic shards you can farm off the wall at the kiosk, much easier. Grab yourself a heavy weapon upgrade it. Don't buy the upgrades and then dismantle it. You get 2 shards for the price of 1. That's Xur this week. He's got the Legacy Leg Engram, the Glass House. Recommend buying that just for the roll. Shinobu's Vow for the Hunters, the Ram for the Warlocks, and Telesto, which he hasn't sold for, I don't remember the last time he sold it ever. And he is in the Hall of Guardians down by the Vanguard. I hope you got something out of this video, Guardians. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can catch me on Twitter and on Instagram, BoylerRoom81. I hope to catch you in the next video, Guardians. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.